Hi everyone, welcome to The Real Villain with Nikki.
Emmy.
And today we are reviewing, we're doing a mashup review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm going to try not to say it like that the whole show long. But it's shout out to our girl Franny because she put Potomac in my head so much. And we're doing season 8, kind of wrap-up review, but also we're talking about the first 2 parts of the reunion, okay? We're gonna start, but before we start, and I hope Emmy allows me this little moment, because this is my first platform that I'm getting to speak to people since this monumental event has happened. So the spot is airing at the end of this month, shameless plug. So I'm gonna take a little time to acknowledge this right here. So Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, dropped. I'm a big fan. If you didn't know, now you know. If you're new to our channel, if you're new to my life.
They knew. They have to know.
That's shade.
There's not.
But it's okay. I just want to say that I'm just extremely excited about this era for Beyonce. I'm extremely proud for her. Almost like I know her, obviously. I've been a fan since I was a child. And it's been quite satisfying as a fan to see the love that she's been getting for this project, to see the legends coming out of the woodworks, Smokey Robinson and what is her? You see, now I'm gonna be embarrassed because I can't remember the lady's name, but you know who I'm talking about. She'll be tweeting, and it's one of my favorite singers, Anita Baker. I have mommy brain. I don't have children. These legends that haven't. Jill Scott, of course. Erykah Badu has had interesting thoughts, positive and negative. But either way, shout out to all the people that have just been immersing themselves in that project, because I've been one of them, and I've had some great musical conversations with musicians and singers and different artists over the past week or so, and it's been it's almost like it's been a resurgence in a sense, to see her 27 years into her career having another peak is almost unheard of. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and do shameless plug for myself again, the spot end of this month episode. And we'll be discussing new music, of course, but we'll also be discussing what are genres and do they confine people, or what's the purpose of them. And if you haven't listened to Cowboy Carter, I highly recommend it. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
I just want to say that when you said you were going to do an announcement, I really thought you were going to...
I'm pregnant. No?
First of all, I was... Wait, we need to stop. Seriously, I really thought you were going to plug the plug and other things. And then you went on into Beyonce.
Plug the what?
The plug. Well, I'm tired. Okay. I don't have mommy brain. I have ADHD brain. Different brain. But I be forgetting shit. I mean, the spot. I thought you were going to plug the spot and, add in some stuff. And then a full, acknowledgement on Beyonce's how... You know what? I'm not even surprised.
I had to.
I'm not even surprised.
Because this one, she's different.
It's not that. It's...
Can I not?
I just didn't think that was going to be that. That's all. That's it.
Alright guys, but yeah, if y'all want to discuss, y'all hit me up, because I have withdrawals every 2 hours. So
I mean, I've seen great reviews of it on TikTok and shit, or reactions actually, not reviews. I've seen great reactions of people going crazy.
Yeah, the actual music, I want to wait for the spot to get into my critique of it and what other critics have been saying, but it is as of now her most critically acclaimed album ever. So
basically, guys, if you want to hear Nikki actually deep dive on the album and the music and what it means and genres and stuff, you know what to listen to.
Spot, CKUT 90.3 FM. Spot is where I kick it. Alright, so Potomac.
Let me take my notes, child.
Yeah, let her get her notes. So I got Emmy to watch Real Housewives of Potamac. I was excited to get her back onto a Housewives franchise. It just sucks for me that it was this horrible season.
Because I was gonna ask, not ask, because just for context for the people to know, I used to back in the days, I used to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I was religiously watching.
Because I'm talking about used to be golden.
Yeah, I'm talking about back in the days like Kim Don't Be Tardy to the Party era. You know what I mean? Like this is the era I was watching, and then I don't know, for some reason I stopped watching, and then
you missed out on the golden years.
I feel like I missed out on some big parts, and like I feel like I stopped watching after a while. And so this is the first franchise that I'm actually watching since then. So I was ready for some more drama than what it was.
Yeah.
And you said this season wasn't that, you know.
Season 8 has been a big commentary amongst fans, is that we need it. Same thing with the last season of Atlanta. It was a lot of like, we need a revamp of Atlanta, because Atlanta has been doing the same formula for years now, and it's gotten stale and the girls have gotten tired. But Potomac, let me tell y'all, and we're gonna get into the actual season, but let me tell you how they ruined the season, the series. Jazelle, the Green-Eyed Bandits, that's what the people call Jazelle and Robyn.
I know.
They ruined the season, the series, because they refuse to sit down and hash things out the way that we do in housewives fashion. We're not just gonna shut out people. No, I'm not talking to her. Candace comes around, I don't talk to her. No.
Yeah, it's very.
The point of the show is to hash it out. So if y'all just gonna sit there and stare at each other, and there's gonna be no,
and then she gonna go on the podcast, or she gonna go to the blogs.
What's the point? And I have so many thoughts about Jazelle, but we gotta get in, and R.I.P. to her dead daddy. But
yeah.
But so, anyways, so let's start with how it started this season, okay? We start with we're still dealing with she had watched some, I guess, reviews.
I watched some reviews, and I watched mainly like the reunion from the past seasons.
So if you're understanding that at this point we're coming back in the season, Robyn and Juan are dealing with a big scandal.
Yeah, cheating allegations, and
because
as usual, from what I've gathered.
Yeah, he's a cheater, and he don't like her. Everybody needs to understand.
Like he's never there.
Juan does not like his wife. Like, let's just be. I don't know why they got remarried. It was so confusing.
I don't know why she keeps telling me what everything is. She could just say, listen, we're doing this for this. Like, we're A.
My friend and I, we're just like, yo, I don't understand. Is there a dumber woman than Robyn on a franchise? Like, Karen had told her, I don't remember which season, but Karen said, you are the dissiest bitch here.
It's like when she said, this moment where she said, oh, he has this thing for erasing everything in his phone. I was like, what?
I was like, stop it.
Madame, ma'am.
Like, the thing is, cheating, that's the thing he has. Anyways, so we started off with Juan has had more camera time this season than any time ever, because he lost that job. Okay? He can't blame it on I'm coaching anymore. He lost a job. If y'all were unfamiliar what happened behind the scenes, the head coach was accused of assault. Sexual assault, yeah. I don't know what we can say on YouTube. And they block stuff all the time. We might have to bleep that.
Okay, so
he was accused of SA, and Juan was accused of not helping the student, the athlete that came forward with the allegations. So he was let go. Let him tell it. He wasn't let go because of that. He was let go because they didn't win games. Okay, well, sure.
That makes sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, but
But so now he's been filming scenes this season. He went to a group event. I was like, he still wasn't talking. He still wasn't saying anything, but we did see his face. So I was like, okay. And then we also started off the season with like just seeing a little updates of people. Like Ashley had gotten a new house, and like the season started off very slow. So what I want to do is I want to go person by person.
Yeah, that's how I wrote my notes too. I started episode by episode, and I was like, I think I need a person per person situation. Yeah. And then we can address. I guess. And then there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple of conflicts I want to address afterwards. But yeah. So we're on Robyn. So yeah, she's still dumb. She is. Like, she's been, and I'm sorry. I know. It's like every time I'm like,
she's been dumb. She's still dumb.
I'm watching this and I'm like, wow.
And I understand writing.
It's like my thing is, sometimes you know how a lot of people are dumb, but sometimes I refuse to believe that, especially when you're on TV and things like that. I refuse to believe that you're that dumb, because I feel as though if you're staying and you're acting dumb in front of everyone, there must be a reason behind the scene. You know what I mean? Because if it's just pure you being dumb, it doesn't make any sense. Is there any kind of reason? Because as I was watching this, I was like, is there a reason why she would go through all of this trouble?
Well, them, it's comfort. Like, I believe, so they've been together since they were 17 years old.
Because, I mean, she looks really good. She could remarry later on. Well, I mean, you know.
I know people keep telling me that. And Robyn is not a bad-looking woman.
Hold on, let me pull up a picture, because she looks really good. Like, my memory, no, I don't even need to look. She looks good. She looks good. Come on.
Anyways.
Wow.
So, no, it's okay. It's fine. They've been together since they were 17 years old. Kids. And Robyn's parents helped raise Juan. So it's almost, the relationship is borderline
if you say
incestuous. It is. Because they're like brother and sister. Her parents are his parents. And they've just been too close for too long. They not go, even when they got divorced, you didn't see those seasons. They was living in the same house. And every year, Andy would ask, like, what's happening? Like, why? Like, and then suddenly it was like, he asked her to marry her again after they worked through their issues. And then every year, Andy was like, so when are you guys getting married? Because they were engaged forever. And then she's like, it's not a priority for us. It's not a priority. Yeah, because he's cheating. But I'm just like, you know what? I was just like, he was caught on the hot mic. And that hot mic will get you every time.
My thing is, again, comfort is cool, but like, really?
People don't want to start over. Like, and you can tell, and even though she's a good-looking woman, people could make themselves believe, like, there's nothing else out there for me. I have 2 kids. I've invested this much time with this person. But he repeatedly embarrasses you. Again.
That's the issue. Because if at least he was sleek with the cheating, but it's just, people just know. They just find him randomly.
So Robyn and Juan are sitting down, and he's explaining the situation about what happened. He's like, I'm just a nice guy. Like,
yo, listen, no. When he's like, I'm just too nice. Like, I was like, excuse me.
That's the problem. Like, I just be too nice. Like, obviously, I could have just called the hotel and like paid, over the phone. But what kind of man would I be if I didn't go check on her physically? Make sure she was okay.
Listen, it's the fact that you said that with a straight face too. But sometimes he be saying things and you see on his face that he's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes.
Or he be looking at Robyn like, she believe that?
You could tell sometimes. Yeah. Like, oh, she believed that shit. It was just exceptional because I'm looking at this man.
Exceptional is the word.
And I'm like, wow.
Exceptional is the word.
These be the lies they be telling these women and they be saying. I'm like, wow, that's intense.
And then he says, they're talking about the laundromat incident where he was caught with the team's assistant coach. And he's like, I know Bree's a beautiful woman. She's very attractive. I was like,
this wouldn't be the case if she wasn't beautiful. Pretty much. If she wasn't beautiful, people would not have talked.
And Robyn embarrassed herself because Robyn was like, because they be saying she looked like me. And Juan just paid in dust. Like, he didn't even acknowledge that. He was like, yeah, you're a beautiful woman too. Obviously, no, he was just like, yeah. So anyways, back to my story that I'm crafting. Juan, you're an embarrassment.
So does she have a little side thing? Because I feel like
she doesn't. You can tell Robyn doesn't.
That's so sad.
That is very sad. And
I'm like, at least if both of them have their little situation, then why not?
I can't even picture them doing it. Do they do it?
I mean, they had kids.
At one point, yeah. But they don't look like they be...
Or maybe that's what's keeping them there. Maybe it's too good shit. I don't know.
I would hope Robyn at least... Because, she embarrassed herself again where she told us information we didn't need to know. They all do that. The DR... All the time. They were in the DR or something, and I guess she told us she swallows.
Oh, there was this whole conversation about swallowing, and I liked how people acted shocked about that convo. Is she the one that said that she just keeps it in her mouth? No, that's Ashley. That's Ashley. That was too much. I was like, Ashley, no.
No, I'm not buying that from Ashley, girl. If she...
who does this? Because she's like, he falls asleep in 2 minutes. She did say that at the reunion. And I'm like, girl,
girl, please. Because if your show was that good... Anyways, we're going to get to Miss Ashley Darby.
Ashley's the one I want to talk about, actually, so...
We're going to get there. But, okay, so yeah, she swallows, and you're doing all this, sis, and he's still out here, so just... Anyways, so, yeah. There also are issues that she's having this season with Candace. And I say Candace because that's the hell. How the hell? Why she got the extra A in her name?
Candace.
But
it's like Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Like,
what is wrong with people?
I don't know. Candace.
Not Candace.
So they're beefing because Candace. Oh God, I don't even understand the nature of the Robyn Candace beef.
Listen, I've tried to get it, and I was just like, I know they're beefing.
So here's what happened. So
I know they feel away every time one or the other is in the room, and Candace always be running to cry.
Candace cries
She cries a lot.
So a little history lesson. Last season, what's his name? Candace's husband, Chris, white Chris. Oh yeah, because there used to be a black Chris, but now it's only him. Chris was allegedly made Jazelle feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Jazelle says at the
reunion. He asked me to come in a room with him.
Yeah, after the reunion, I guess she was like and her original words was he made me come in the room with him, and Jazelle. I have so much problems with Jazelle. I can't wait to talk about her.
It's like the phrasing of certain things is.
But she used it to get a storyline because Jazelle has been dry, has had no storyline for so many seasons, and then she decided Chris is probably one of the most honest husbands on the show, and really gets along with all the women, and he's having a conversation with you, and you're saying, now, again, I can't tell you how you felt. You felt uncomfortable.
But there's a difference, and even when they had that conversation, there's a difference between this is how it made me feel and this is what happened.
Right.
There's a big difference between, because they were discussing this again on this reunion, where they were saying there's a difference between saying what you said, which could be qualified as maybe sexual assault. I am not a lawyer, especially in the United States.
But if you're saying made me, it's like forced.
But if you say made, exactly, it's like somebody forced you when you're, like, apparently this wasn't the situation. So there's a problem with the choice of words here.
Yeah.
And clearly this has caused a lot of damage
to Chris and Candace's relationship. And their relationship. And obviously Candace and Jazelle don't mess with each other. And she doesn't mess with her for good reason, I think. Now, but how that ties into Robyn, we know Robyn and Jazelle are besties. And Robyn and Candace had a really good relationship. However, when this whole thing happened with Chris and Jazelle, for some reason, Candace believes that Robyn was in on some conspiracy to bring this situation with Chris to the forefront and hide her issues with Juan. I feel like she's reaching a bit because, again, even though I don't put plotting past these housewives, they do plot storylines for seasons. And it's clear that Andy was really mad at Robyn last season for hiding that and making people pay to see it when you're on a reality show and you didn't tell us. However,
It's
sneaky. But I will give Robyn a little bit here. I don't like to defend Robyn, but here she did say right when Jazelle said that on screen last season, she was like, I don't think that's what Chris was doing. Like, she openly told Jazelle, you on that bullshit. And it's rare that those two ever check each other on anything. They always co-sign for each other. So for that, I don't know why Candace would not see that and be like, I don't think she was a part of that. But that started a whole thing where Candace is making little comments on Twitter, and Candace has always been known to have a lethal Twitter mouth. It's always gotten her in trouble. She says the most outlandish stuff. And sometimes it'd be rough. And apparently Robyn has a relationship with a blog where she leaks some stuff to a blog.
I mean, that fits the character. That fits the blog. That fits the podcast. Mm-hmm. You see when you say she's dumb? Those moves make me believe that she knows exactly what she's doing. That's why I'm saying, like, I've seen this whole thing with Ron. If she's out here making people pay for storylines and things, she is smart. She's playing dumb so she can make money.
But she knows.
This is how I feel.
She knows.
Personally. I don't... You see, because every time... But yeah, listen.
So their beef is
just...
There's no... From what I understood...
It's social media beef. Bro.
Every time they kept trying to talk about it, my thing with Candace is she took zero accountability for what she said online. And if that's your friend, for me, for my friend, I'm not going to go online and talk about your husband and talk about, oh, what the hell is Juan doing? No. I will call, like, what is Juan doing? Excuse me. And ask you personally, but I'm not. So that's why I'm like, Candace, you have to take accountability for this. Even you said that y'all had a real friendship. So
she really did mention that. But a lot of them keep saying that they had real friendships that don't be lasting, so.
So yeah, so I could see why Robyn was mad, and then Robyn said something to her like, yo, at the end of the day, I don't see why you keep fighting for this, because if you believe that I'm the type of person that would plot against you and your husband, why do you want to be my friend? And I was like, point, like,
that's true. Just move
just
on.
like Candace, like, so it's giving you that's not true. It's giving, ma'am, exaggerate.
It's giving you don't want to let go.
She
just doesn't want to let go. I feel like
I think she really does love Robyn for some odd reason. People really want to be friends with Robyn. I don't get it. But
well, maybe she's a nice person. I don't know.
So
hey,
she's also opening a new business, Glow 30. Juan might have a job finally, because the way he was looking around that place. He was like, oh, I haven't found nothing. Maybe I can manage this. And
my new business is good. Listen, it's like for me, she's really like, she's probably the one I have the least notes on.
That's crazy because people do not like Robyn.
For me, it's Ashley. I told you that.
Oh, nobody likes Ashley, but we don't get to her. Cause, okay, so since we're talking about the Green-Eyed Bandits, let me just go into Jazelle real quick. Because she didn't have nothing. This is why.
It was up.
Giselle has the audacity to think she's like the face of the franchise.
What?
Yeah.
That's funny.
When you give nothing.
Like, she literally, her storyline was her daughter's going off to college. And for some reason, the others felt a way about her going to Florida. First of all, mind your business. That's not your child.
Well, Florida is a little
crazy. But she decided to go to Florida to HBCU like her mom. Mm-hmm. Let the child go to Florida to an HBCU like her like. And
Giselle was so bad in her college days. Like, they showed an old picture. Was like,
I know. I was like, whoa. I was like, wow, the beauty been.
Yeah. Even though I don't like her.
Yeah, no, but you can't.
But she's pretty. Now she had this fake. I don't believe this whole dating the little young boy thing.
The little situation that she had for a little 2 minutes.
She's still dating him apparently, but
maybe. Why don't you believe it?
Because we saw him once.
Okay, how old is Cher's boyfriend?
Oh God.
How old is Madonna's boyfriend?
Right. I don't know what that little boy is doing with Cher.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why not? No,
I mean, she looks good.
Hey, she looks good.
I'm sure they could have.
She looks good.
Had intercourse maybe once or twice, but are they seeing each other? I don't believe it.
I don't know, but hey, she look good.
Because I don't see Giselle throwing nothing back, doing no.
Have you seen this woman's face?
What is wrong with her? So
nothing's wrong with her. Have you seen how beautiful that woman is?
The face is the face card don't decline.
Okay. You think she don't?
They call her turkey neck though. C'est pas gentil. And let me just say this because because season 1 of the show.
Y'all mean.
Age happens to everybody. Y'all it'll catch up to you because season 1 of the show, y'all know Giselle didn't have no turkey neck. Obviously, seasons have progressed.
This is how you make people go and have surgery on things that they don't need to have surgery on. That's you. Yeah, over there. Yeah. Also, but cameras enhance everything. Yeah, that's true. In real life, things don't be looking like what it looks like on camera. Just so y'all know.
That is fact.
So yeah, I'm just saying.
So she's dating this little Jason boy. Apparently, whatever. Grace goes away to college. Yeah. Beautiful girls that she has. Oh my God, they're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous. Yeah. Did you that little moment that she had with La Grande Dame? Where she was just like, she felt like some people were, like talking bad about her daughter, and she was like, you should have said that kids were off limit. And as a reply, she was just like, well, you're the mother, like, why am I? And I was just like, and I agree too. I was like, what
I agree with Karen because
I'm like, are you trying to create a situation? Like, what's going on?
So we're not on Karen yet, but I guess I'll just say, like, I think the girls, because Karen is, the triple OG, she's like the grande dame, and people
she's the
want
old
her.
Grande Dame. Shit.
Yeah, but she kind of look good for age.
No, not old as in old. Like the original one.
Oh, they tried it.
They tried it this season.
They tried it. I was like, okay, we're gonna get there. But like, I just want. Why do they keep looking to Karen to say shit like that has nothing to do with her?
I'm like, that's your child. You're the one that should be saying, don't talk about my.
Like, if you felt a way about it, you say something.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Chilling, bro.
I'm like, if I have a child and y'all are talking about my child's decisions to go to a place where she's choosing to go to university, that is none of your business. You could be concerned. It's fine, but that is none of your business.
Yeah, I was confused by that. But I think because that's another thing that Giselle had this season. Her and Karen's friendship has kind of rekindled. Mm-hmm. They've always been frenemies on and off the years, but they were the original. Like when the show started, they were already friends before the show. So they've had the longest history with each other. And it was really, really nice to see them getting along this season and not being petty and incredibly shady and, you know, not talking about each other as husbands or men. Because they've been
she did say Jazelle had nothing going on for her, so.
Did she say that this season?
At some point, maybe last season. But there's a moment when she said it, they did a little, you know, a little flashback.
Because they stay talking about each other. But this season, they were on good terms. So I think maybe Jazelle was like, show that you have my back now. Show that you're Team Jazelle. Come on. And Karen was like, bro, she said, I don't ride the fence. Y'all ride me. So I don't know. I still don't really know what it means. But I guess it means she's Switzerland. And stays neutral. But she's not really neutral, and we'll get on that. And, R.I.P. to Giselle's dead father. That sounded bad.
No, it didn't sound bad.
Her father has passed.
He passed. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, these are things that happen in life. And, you know.
He had brain cancer. He was, but it was, over the years, we've definitely seen Giselle's parents and specifically her dad as well, has been a really big part of her life. So that was sad to see. And, like, from on the season to hear he was sick, and then on the reunion to hear he passed, and I was just like, I was like, damn. So, but yeah, that was Giselle's season. And so, do you want to skip Karen and go to Ashley, or what do you want to do?
I mean, we could go to Ashley or Karen. We could do whichever.
Because Karen is not gonna be long. Because she really had nothing to say.
Yeah, she didn't really have much.
Karen was triple 20. She's 60. Woohoo!
Yeah, oh my god, the triple 20. Yeah, that was something.
She really brought her little. But I just thought her outfits this season were so cute. I don't know who was dressing Karen this season, but she looked real flat. We saw Uncle Ray a little bit.
She bought that property from
Surrey. Yeah.
Yeah, she did buy that property.
And she took all the girls out there.
Yeah. She made it very extra with the whole, like, we need insurance and stuff.
And the invite was shady as hell. Karen doesn't have to do this. Like, just say you were being shady. Don't be like, oh, the insurance now is, like, more so we can have... Karen, this is what I don't like about Karen. Just, when you're being shady, step in your puss. Just say, I didn't want to invite those people. I don't like them people. Like, and now, the producers told me I gotta invite everybody. So, I put in the group chat and I invited all y'all. So,
I mean, it was something. She definitely felt a way about when they gave the Grande Dame title to NECA.
Do you think she felt a way?
There's a little shade, and they were like, don't shade. She was like, no shade, I'm just talking to you. And I was like, oh, you felt a way? I'm like, especially when NECA pulled up to that other event with the thing and the little crown. I'm like, girl,
why are you doing that?
And I was like, girl, she felt a little way. You could tell, like, it was a little something for me. And that side, I was like,
I was like, Karen, don't let this get you rattled. Okay, she lives in the actual Potomac, and you live North Potomac.
This is why I said she feels a way, because she was like, yeah, but just don't mix everything together. And I was like,
NECA just got here, and she probably won't be here next season. So
I think she's gonna be here. She gave enough.
What did she give?
Well, the beef was enough. I feel the beef with Wendy was enough.
Well,
I feel like it was enough.
She has some kind of calcium in her lung or something.
Yeah, she did mention that, and
she's getting a trainer, right, to help with this.
Yeah,
and all the girls.
It seemed very like. You know when somebody tells you, oh, the doctor said I have calcium or something, you're like, whoa, I don't know what it means, but the way she said it,
it's like a thing that she has to fix.
Yeah, it sounded like it was something critical, or like, you know?
Well, she said she's getting a trainer to help her get back on track and stuff, and all the girls had questions as to why trainer was not a trainer, and why he was a former football player. That was fine. And I think the thing is, Karen has said it herself, she likes eye candy. And
nothing wrong with
Ray
that.
has said she can have eye candy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people believe that Karen gets her swerve on. And all I can say is, hey, y'all saw what Gordon said to Mia. Could be Ray has said similar things.
Listen,
because every season, Karen's been seen with Blue Eyes. There's this mystery guy called Blue Eyes. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Like, I can't believe that it would just be... Just like they said, Juan was walking around downtown with a woman that looks like Karen, and then it ended up to be a fact. So...
But also, remember that question, and that's when I was like, they were playing this game, and they asked her how many sexual partners have you had in the past 5 years or something.
Yeah.
And she just was like,
my sis was stuck.
She was like counting, and she started talking about wet dreams. I was just like,
I was like, Karen, please stop.
And that's when, when you connect everything, you're like, girl, it's
Karen's out here and allegedly.
Hello.
I'm not saying nothing, but I'm saying something.
That's exactly. I'm like,
yeah,
just a little bit.
No, let's move on to Miss Darby never getting divorced.
Oh my god. So here's what I'm saying.
Go ahead, because
she is annoying. Like.
I knew you were gonna hate Ashley. Everybody's like,
why is she still married? Jesus Christ, that's literally what's written in my notes.
I mean, we know why. Needs Michael.
I mean, we know why, but like,
that
why is
gargoyle looking nice.
She's annoying.
She said she massages his feet every night.
She's shady. She's so shady. She is,
and she hides it with that little smirk.
And she keeps stirring stuff up. That's one thing with her that I noticed, where she just, and she just.
Yep. The last season, when she had that tagline, "The only thing messier than two boys is me," you never nailed the nail on the head.
The tagline this season is who needs gold? Who needs a gold digger when you?
I don't even know what her tagline.
It's something around being a gold. No, who needs to be a gold digger when you shine so bright? And I was just like,
girl, stop. You know you're still digging for that gold.
Listen,
because if she divorces Michael right now, how you gonna pay your bills?
And they address that because they keep asking her, and she's just like, I don't know, like, right now he's helping with the boys, and
but she's making it clear that it's financial.
And for sure, and like at some point, I don't know who was like, we were talking about like at the tennis, they had a game, and they were like, yeah, so basically Mia said that you're a gold digger, and Mia was like, yeah, I said it, and I was like, yes, Mia. I was like, yes,
Mia, don't stand on
Mia
that.
was like, yeah, I said that because you said that pretty much she didn't like. She kind of needed to stay in that situation because her prenup was trash. And
I can't believe she messed up that hard. Like, that is not how you
I can't believe how you don't read a prenup before you signed it.
This was the second one. It was the post-nup. Like, you didn't even miss. There was a whole season where it was the post-nup situation where she had to stay with him for like 5 years in order to. And I was like, sis, just stay there until. Anyway, she did this really badly. She has nothing. How do you have nothing to show from being with a Michael? Ashley, I don't give a.
Also, I'm saying you had to have an allowance. Where is that money?
Where's the money?
Anybody knows, and it's not just about this. Anybody knows that you need to put at least 20% of everything on the somewhere, so that you have this money when this kind of situations happen. On every single show that we've seen where people actually have husbands that have money like that, they all have some kind of savings accounts. They all invested in like a condo somewhere. All of them actually started a business or something. They all have some kind of money that could come if something was to happen, because that's what it's for. I'm so confused.
I don't know.
I am so confused.
Ashley is like, she's so, and we say Robyn is dumb and ditzy, but no, Ashley is ditzy. Like, my girl. Like, you saw, and you didn't, I don't know if the earlier seasons they were having, you saw how this man treated you. You saw how he just put you as, like, manager for his businesses and treated you as a possession, because that's what you were. You were an asset to him. And you let yourself get to this point with that man looking like he looks.
No, because...
And cheating how he cheats.
No, because... Also, can we talk about the fact that she could have gotten other... Because there's other... I mean...
She's a beautiful girl.
There's other men with money and status.
Girl, when I saw season 1 and when she introduced her husband, I was like... Man, and I think she was like 27 on season 1, and this man has been old since the beginning of time.
They've all been old.
And I was just like, ma'am, what are you doing with this man? And then I was like, oh, then I saw where she lived, the apartment in the sky. I was like,
I mean, there's a lot of other men that be making money, this kind of money, that don't look like him.
You saw Aoki Lee Simmons?
Listen, hey now. Don't make, like, wait, because I saw this, and she made her little story. She's like, my boyfriend is checking out. No. And I was just like, ma'am.
No, on that man for some years.
And I was just like, not with your parents being who they are. I was just like, not with your parents being who they are.
L'homme à 65.
Your dad is Russell you know that.
But he's not giving her an allowance. So she told him. She
did.
She said, I'm gonna have to. Not saying that's right. That man is kind of off. 65. What are you doing with a 21-year-old? But everybody's grown. That's not my life.
Also, what did she do? How is she not? I'm sorry, cause I was
the same way Ashley wasn't. Because look at Michael.
Damn, money really be making you look good, huh?
So,
I'm sorry.
So like you said, every drama this season was instigated, fueled by Ashley. She started this Wendy and Nneka thing. Literally put the bomb in the place, and she was like, "So what? That's not what she said." Ashley, I supposed to just slap you around for that. Like, you piss me off, bro. Like, get her off the show. I'm tired of her.
Man, I'm just trying to figure out how she's gonna continue. Well, she's gonna continue on the show, but she's not allowed to like film him or anything. Well,
I don't want to see Michael.
Before a portion of it, I know she's struggling with the co-parenting situation for a moment.
She said, didn't she say she massaged his feet every night? Don't they sleep in the same bed?
She did say that. That's weird.
Ashley's not getting no fucking divorce. She's not divorcing this man. It's too good. Her family, her uncle's been asking. Her uncle is over her.
Oh yeah, the uncle is dumb. The uncle did say you're dumb. Like it was like you can't.
How stupid can you be?
But the thing is, but even him, because he could get somebody else. With that kind of money, clearly he could get somebody else. So even him, or
you don't know what Michael likes. I mean, Michael and Juan. The rumors are that Michael and Juan just best of friends.
Well.
I mean, he really loved Juan. Every time Juan was on screen, Michael's face would light up. It was like Christmas.
Not his best friend pulling up.
You know, like every time you see Juan not on screen, best believe him and Michael are in Vegas doing something. I'm like, what?
What's that?
Well, 2 cheetahs. What else did Ashley do? But other than start match, she didn't do anything. She has a new house that she's not paying for, so it's not her accomplishment.
She did. Yeah, no, she's starting mess.
What did she do? Nothing.
Wait, didn't she start that business with
Oh, she made me
She started a business with what's her name?
Her and Jazelle have a knockoff Lululemon line.
What is it called?
GNA.
GNA. Because I saw the name, I was like, that is the wackest name
so bad.
ever. GNA. Yeah, I got my new GNA leggings. Nobody's gonna say that. Nobody's gonna say this.
Because why am I looking? The 2 most unfashionable people on the show. Because Jazelle, what do you be?
And all of this stemmed from that one time they went workout and Ashley said, you know, I be sweating, so I just put a little bit of tissue.
Did she say she doesn't wear underwear? What she wears on?
I don't know. No, she said she puts a little bit of tissue so you can absorb everything, and I was just like. And from then they decided to have leggings.
Giselle is known for having bad business ideas, so that's not even surprising to me. But
oh my god.
So on to the next. So then we have let's do Wendy and NECA kind of together.
Oh my god, yes, please.
So this season we had a new castmate, NECA. She's also Nigerian. She's a lawyer. She's recently married. Her husband is a doctor.
He's a doctor. I forgot which kind of doctor.
I think he's a traveling doctor. I don't know. I don't know. He be out of the country
he's a doctor,
or out of the city a lot.
Yeah. And yeah, they're trying for a baby.
They're trying. NECA, yes, they're trying for a baby. She talks to her husband, cash shit crazy. But he seems to like it, and if he likes it, I love it. So
if he likes it, you love it.
Yeah. Because because some of the stuff I was like, where is she yelling at him? Like, it was just like, he just got home. Like, relax. But
listen,
I don't like NECA.
Oh.
I do not like NECA.
So basically, she arrives.
And right as she arrives, Wendy took her under her wing. Not Wendy. What's her name? Ashley. Ashley took her under her wing and gave her the 411 on the people. Just mess.
Messy town.
Just mess. Told her that apparently Wendy had been talking about her, and Wendy's mom had said some stuff, and then like NECA said, yeah, because I did hear that like Wendy's mom like had like prayed to a shrine about me or something. Like, and then Ashley was like, that's not what I had meant. Like, but tell me more about that.
Ashley's so messy. She's the reason why this whole situation.
She's the reason because she went back and told and said the wrong thing too. So anyway,
she really said the wrong thing to both people.
To both, and obviously, so I guess in Nigerian culture, there's a thing called was the thing that was like where she was shunned? What was that word?
Yeah, basically, Osu.
Osu.
No, she's Osu. So we're not Nigerian. We don't know.
I don't know. I just know that they said this was very bad, and that NECA said that Wendy's family was Osu, and that's what Ashley went back and said, and that's not what NECA has said. And once Wendy heard that,
that was done.
It was done.
It was
you know,
done.
It's like, what you mean my family's Osu? You know? And first of all, my mama ain't. The only shrine my mom prays to is Saint whoever. And she's Catholic. Because I don't remember what she said, but something like that. So this started before they even know each other. They already don't like each other, or they're already kind of like have
because of Ashley.
Because of Ashley. Then when they get together at some what event was it? Like so they were doing track and field, or they were running. The husbands were there. I don't know. And then they decided to bring the whole thing up, and also the men had a little something because apparently Eddie unfriended NECA's husband on Facebook. And
my thing is, I was watching this, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, the way NECA was like, I thought it was gonna be we're two Nigerian girls, we understand each other for some certain things, like cultural things. We're about to kiki and listen to Afro beats and stuff.
It's gonna be Wendy, Candace, and NECA.
It was gonna be beautiful. I do think Ashley fucked it up. Ashley messed it up very badly. That's the first
because she wanted, and I'll tell you why she did it, because she wanted a member on their team. She didn't want Wendy and Candace getting any new alliances.
And also, my issue with that, and again, I'm not Nigerian, but I was watching this and I was just like, y'all have just created a situation in which a lot of people in the world are ignorant to a lot of things, especially to like foreign cultures. Y'all have talked about being shunned by the community. Y'all have talked about shrines, and some people online were talking about voodoo and a bunch of other like dark witchcraft and shit.
But that was the insinuation.
But that's what I'm saying, and it's like you and again, that's just me personally. You are entertainers on a show, yes, but y'all also have a certain responsibility when it comes to the way you position certain things. And it's like, again, I'm not Nigerian. I don't know how the Nigerian community is perceived in the States, but I've seen how some people perceive others in different places. I wasn't comfortable with that at all. I was really uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable with it. It was just very. It was giving like you're putting way too, and they dragged it.
Yes, that was my issue with that. They dragged every time Wendy and NECA were in a room. It was like, oh, can y'all talk about this? And to the point where Wendy was like, yo, I'm good. And I don't want to do this. Like,
it's like you're talking about people's moms now.
It's not gonna be fixed. Like, just I don't want to.
Y'all took it too far. People's families were involved, talking about, oh, my sister's friend was. It was just too much.
It was too much. And I'll just say this for NECA. NECA did try, but for me it was like Wendy was already. Even though people were annoyed with Wendy for not giving in to her apologies, she doesn't have to accept her apology. You talked about my mother, so that's a line.
Oh no,
that
mom's done.
You could, do
not talk to me anymore.
Exactly.
You talk to my mom, c'est fini.
Like, say, come as she said, I could be cordial and stuff like that. We could maybe in the future, but right now, don't be thinking I'm gonna be friendly with you, because I'm not. And I will say this from the Nigerian community, what I was hearing, like from friends that I have that are Nigerian, they felt it was very xenophobic. They did not like the conversations that were happening. It was trying to make it seem as if, one Nigerian would have to do something dark to the other Nigerian if she came, and it was just, why would you, like, permeate that storyline throughout the whole season?
I'm telling you, I'm not Nigerian. I didn't even talk to Nigerian people about it. I just looked online, but I just felt uncomfortable because that could have been any other country being represented there. Mm-hmm. And you know how people are ignorant on the internet specifically. You know how ignorant people are, and I just didn't like it. It was also like you said, they dragged it for way too long, and it was just not, in my opinion, it wasn't appropriate at all.
I didn't like it, and I think that
talking about people's moms, like, no.
Right, and I think in my opinion, NECA didn't realize what she had done that was so wrong, and that's what annoyed me with
No, I think she knows. I think it was a too far thing, because when you listen to each argument, it's like, you talking about my mom, it's like you said we were Osu, and this one is saying you literally are saying that you did something, like the implications culturally from whatever it is that it is, as I mean, you know, we're Caribbean, we have certain things like that. If you hear from somebody that is from your culture, that somebody has done something specific, it's done. You're gonna feel away regardless. You're probably gonna talk about, like, that's where all things are off, and now I can talk about your mom because now you did this. That's crazy.
Wait, but my thing with NECA was like, if you're apologizing and you're saying that you realize what it's wrong, but you still believe the thing that you're apologizing about, because she was like, because she couldn't say, no, I don't believe your mom didn't submit my name. Like, it was like...
No, because it's like, now it's somebody that told me, so I have to believe that person that told me, and now everybody else is involved, and now my mom done... You know how big it gets.
That girl, leg-based friend
of the...
She's the one that started this. Because when she came to help NECA unpack, I saw her face. I looked at her eyes. I said, that's you. You did this.
Oh, you looked at her?
I looked at her.
Oh, okay.
I saw that.
If you saw it,
I saw it. But other things that Wendy did, she's doing a new talk show. They showed a little preview of the show. At first I was like, Wendy, what are you doing? But then
same. Especially that meeting that she had with the producers. I was like, she was like, yeah, it's kind of like Black women, but like North Korea. And I was like, wait, what? The way she phrased it was very awkward.
I agree, because Wendy has this tendency every season to want to do something big. Like a couple seasons ago, it was her candle line, and then she wanted to do like this other like restaurant thing with Peter from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she always has this weird big ideas. But this talk show, because she's already a commentator of Fox News and all of this, and a professor, she knows how to speak. This we know. The preview when they showed the show, I was like, oh, this actually looks good. Like, it looked well done, because I thought it was gonna look not good. So
no, the way she was talking to this production team, like, she gonna put some money on it. I was like, she gonna put some money on it.
But I didn't know.
She was like, it looked like I wanted to be in the living room, and the way she was explaining it, I was trying to piece it together. It didn't look like that.
But it looked good. Like, she had some good notable guests on the first episodes. Like, it was actually really well done. So I hope some network picks it up for you, Wendy. And then her husband had they began money. Weed business that he just opened up, Happy Eddie. He took that lemon from last season and made lemonade. Okay, they were saying he's smiling at the girls, Happy Eddie, flirting. He's like, bah, 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 bah. And now he has a weed business. Shout out to them. Next, we have Candace, who did nothing this season.
Not Candace, so for real, my notes are...
Candace, you've been consistently giving me nothing. And
except that she pulled up
her triangle's always there.
At the reunion, she pulled
up the cards?
The little cards. Why are they so big? It's not cards, it's full on like posters.
I was like, Candace, now you're trying to be Monique. Like, stop. Monique's been gone for 3 seasons.
She really tried. I was like, oh.
Now, Candace still has this non-existent music career that she's trying to make me believe she has.
I actually went on Spotify real quick and checked that what she was doing. I was like, oh, okay.
Enough to sing, but she's not.
She been trying to go on tour, and the husband been like, yo,
she's been on tour, but the
husband been like, you need to chill because the money.
Because he was like, they're paying more. They're not. Candace, for you to have a profitable career, you have to make money.
But at this point, does she want to be profitable, or does she just want to enjoy it?
No. You need a job, Candace. No, you need a job.
No,
because she just left this show, so you can't just go out and spend all Chris's money. He also has 3 kids. You know.
She must have a plan, hopefully. They're having too much faith.
And you're trying for a baby, but it's like Candace's been saying she wants a baby for years. I don't think she wants a baby. She reminds me of Quad from Married to Medicine.
No, because she's been saying this, but even the guy was like, that doesn't look like that's your focus, because like you're doing music and you're doing this and you're doing that doesn't leave space to actually try and conceive. Candace
wants to be Rihanna. Like, Candace wants to shake it.
Not everybody could be Rihanna though.
No, she just wants to be she sees her, and unfortunately it's a real thing about age in the music industry, but sister, Candace, get a job. So
I'm like, if she was an Adele, if she was or if you want to sing, girl, just sing for like you know, like movies. They need music. Video games. They need music.
Like, find ways to make it profitable.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna be paid regardless. There's a lot of people that do that.
But like, this going on tour every year and spending Chris's money is not.
If I was her, I would actually try and work a contract with somebody in the industry to write music and write songs for movies, because they're always going to need that. Always.
And hey, maybe this is what maybe
this
saying. Is why the break from the show, because she said it's not a goodbye, it's a break. Maybe this is what she's going to be doing during the break. Maybe she's going to try and figure her shit out. But we already talked about her versus Robyn, so that's what she had going on. And she's trying for a baby, but she has some lumps that aren't lumps, and the alleged music career. Next, NECA, not much again. She was crowned the ground down for some inexplicable reason. I don't care.
I still don't get it.
It was just because she lives in real Potomac, and they were just the crew was just trying to shade Karen. They just want to find a way to get under Karen's skin.
That's what I'm saying. Karen was trying to wear a little bit.
You know, whatever. And NECA had the beef with Wendy. Mia, girl. Mia had a season. Now, Mia and Gordon, they've been going through financial issues since last year. Nobody quite understands why Gordon got kicked out of his company. He can't explain it to his wife. He can't explain it to us.
She can't explain it to us. She tried. Everybody was like, what?
How do you get kicked? Yeah, like, I mean, I don't understand how you get kicked out of your company and if you haven't done anything wrong. Clearly, there's something that he's not telling us. But
okay, there's more to the story for sure. Mm-hmm. There's more to the story for sure, because I feel like nobody understands it. I feel like everybody online was like, what? Everybody on the show was like, try to explain that again so it makes sense, but it didn't make sense. And I feel like that whole situation with him wanting to actually, now he wants to sue his own family. Yeah. I feel like Mia feels a way about it because she really didn't like that. And I really feel like that's because she don't want to pay for the lawyers. She really don't want to pay for the lawyers.
She's the only check right now. Like, what? Like, Gordon, look how you've fallen. How the mighty have fallen. Because how you just gonna let, again, I don't know what you did, but I just don't think people just wake up and get voted out of their company for nothing. It just seems
hostile takeover, maybe, but is that company that big that they're doing a hostile? Then again,
I don't know, but it was funding a whole lot of stuff.
I don't know. It's just one of those things where I was just like, clearly, she feels a way about him wanting to sue. He really is like, I'm suing. Like, he's firm on the suing.
And it's caused a lot of tension in their marriage. And we've learned stuff this year about their marriage that we didn't know. Namely that Gordon, I guess at some point, had a prostate issue. I don't know if it was cancer I don't remember exactly, but he said things weren't working as they used to. And he told Mia, if you find a little woo-woo, a little yay-yay, go ahead. And 2 rules: don't involve the kids.
That makes sense.
And don't, what was the other one? Don't embarrass me?
Something like that.
Be discreet. He said be discreet. And he said you failed at both of those. Because Mia had a little boy toy that was brought up to us by Miss Karen. Karen is hilarious. Because she brought it, she's like, is your sleeping with a rapper?
She's a rapper. And they kept telling her about this the whole time.
And she's like, first of all, he's not a rapper. And she really wants us to know that he's a DJ.
He's a music industry professional. How does he put it?
He's a radio personality. And I was just like, okay, so a radio personality who raps, whatever.
And they kept asking her about this. Like, they did not want to let go. They were.
Well, I just was, even though I always thought Mia and Gordon were a little icky, especially when they first came on the show, because obviously it looks like what it is. Yeah. But I kind of felt bad for Gordon a little bit. I was like, man, even though everybody was like, you knew what you were doing when you got with this young woman and blah blah blah, and you had kids with her, you should know. I'm like, I get it, but.
You made your bed and you lie in it.
He did seem to love her, and I don't know if Mia. I can't tell.
He can ever. Here's my thing. Some people say, yeah, some of them like do fall in love with the guy and whatever. I feel like if you buy somebody, I don't know if they can really love you like that for real. That's my own personal.
Well, he saw what happened when the money dried up. So did she. But. Listen, she's been messing around with this guy, and this guy she's known for since school days, and they've had like on and off situations, but never the right timing, and blah blah blah. And she actually at one point reconnected with him while married, before she had this okay to cheat. And there is a possibility that her first son with Gordon is Mr. Ink's son.
And that's a very
that's very messy.
It is.
Mia, that's very messy of you. But the castmate said, well, he looks just like Gordon, so I'm assuming that the baby's Gordon's. But
listen, let's not assume nothing. Just get
I don't know.
test done.
Get a DNA test, but Ink says that's his baby. So
But,
I
just get
poor kid. Like
just
like he's old enough that they be in school. Like yo, so who your daddy? Like
yeah, you see, this is why going on TV. And when you have kids, that's complicated. But for me, it's like one of the big things for Mia this season was definitely her relationship with Jacqueline.
mm-hmm.
That came back,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we learned this season that, you know, Mia was sexually assaulted and that, you know, she was very triggered by that event that Karen put together.
Yeah.
She was very triggered at some point, and, you know, Ashley went to check on her, and she was just explaining how, you know, she was sexually assaulted, and and she realized that's why she resents actually Jacqueline, because Jacqueline left her in a situation with that person that assaulted her unknowingly, from what we learned afterwards. So she did have a conversation, a heart-to-heart with Jacqueline at some point, where they did talk about
Seems like
the
they're
situation. They started to mend the friendship. You could tell that it was still too fresh for both of them. But they did talk about, you know, Mia really addressed the fact that she needed to work on some stuff regarding, you know, Jacqueline, and that, you know, she still resented that situation. Jacqueline mentioned that she didn't know about it until like 2 years after. So I feel like, you know,
but she knew about it after. But okay, so my thing with that too is like, that one is deep. They are friends for real, and they've been friends, and it's
hard.
What I saw last season, I would never do to a friend, especially one that I've been friends with that long. So what they were saying to each other, I was like, there's no way these bitches is friends. Like I was like, because it never goes away. It's on television, you know, and
it was kind of.
And I felt like Mia explained that the reason why she had been so subconsciously mean to Jacqueline is because of that. But I'm like, at some point, girl, like, then you can't just defame your friend like that. You have to talk to her about, hey, like, here, what happened on this day? Like, what can we communicate? Can we be adults?
Yeah. I mean, and again, not saying that this would be an easy thing to talk about, because you also have to come to the realization that this is the reason why I'm being like this with you.
Yeah.
And then once you've come to that realization, is how do I now address something that is so horrible that happened to me? How do I address it, and how do I talk to you about it? And again, I feel like there's other ways that this could have been done, but it's a very heavy subject. It's a very complicated.
The trust is broken to me. It's just I can see a friendship building back, but will I trust with everything I have again? I don't know.
I mean, I guess we'll see what happens with them in the next few, you know, seasons.
We'll see. I hope Jacqueline comes back because I liked her. She held her own amongst the ladies, and
she did.
On this season, we also saw another new girl that didn't get that much time. Real quick, I forget her name, but she was eating the girls up. Okay, in terms of like she didn't back down. When she didn't back down to the Green-Eyed Bandits, I was like, yes.
For me, it's when she was questioned by when she had that little moment with NECA.
Yeah.
And NECA was just like throwing, and she was just like, she was just like basically telling her, we're not gonna do this.
We're not gonna do this.
She was just like, we're not gonna do this. This was a conversation that was happening. You just
right.
And I was just like, I like this. I was like,
I like her energy. Bring her back because she's a real one. Like, you know, and she got into the situation of Ashley's friend, and who the heck was Sesame Street yelling at?
You.
Who was Sesame Street fighting with? Deborah was her name. Anyway, she was fighting with somebody because it wasn't with Wendy. I think she was trying to talk to Candace. Because last season, again, there were so many rumors about husbands last season. Oh, Eddie's happy Eddie, he keeps flirting. Chris is allegedly making people talk to him and flirting with people and looking at people when he's not looking at you at all, man. And the camera caught him. But anyways, so that girl was Ashley's friend, and she had brought a rumor to the table. And for some reason, Ashley invited her to the GNA launch because she's messy. And she comes in, and that girl came on ready. I don't care what anybody says. That girl came to fight. Look at her demeanor. She came and she was trying to get Jazelle to talk. Candace to talk to her. Candace didn't want to talk to her. She's like, leave me alone. So a fight breaks out somehow. homegirl, the girl that we like, can't remember her name, gets a shoe or something. She was bleeding from the head.
Also, somebody please write her name.
Please write her name. Because we like her. It's not even no shade. It's
it's really I
can't remember.
Bad memory.
And she was bleeding. She had to go be taken to the hospital. Ashley was acting like she was fake Karen and had a real serious talk with Deborah and we're just like I don't know if we're gonna continue our friendship. And shut up, Ashley. Shut up.
Oh my god. It's the fact that y'all having friendship ending conversations. It's just, Anyways.
But it was also just to make herself look good because you're still gonna be friends with this girl. So
listen.
I don't know why you're saying that. So yeah, that was basically how the season ended. That would have been the end of the season, and then Mia and Gordon had a big blowout. And my favorite line from Gordon was just, "You want fair? Go to Carnival." I'm sorry. Excuse me. You want fair? I was like, yes, Gordon, eat her up. Even though you made your bed, but
it was an interesting season.
It was not really, but
no, interesting in some ways. There's this one person I do want to talk about. I forgot her name. That was screaming like crazy. Charisse.
You see how I avoided talking about her?
She was I just want to address why was she slapping the table that hard? She was screaming.
Charisse comes back on the show full time.
Calm down. Why are you screaming like this?
That's why she wanted a moment so the producer could be like, maybe we need Charisse back on the show.
No, because the way she was screaming, she looked insane. She was like, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I could do that too. Like, put me on camera. I would do shut up!
And it had nothing to do with her situation. It was so weird. I was like,
it was just like, why are you doing this? And also, the crowd wasn't seasoned.
It wasn't.
From what they said, the way they were.
And I just have to address Karen because Karen and Charisse do not get along.
They
never will. And I just want to address Karen's little shade. I can't come because Ray, he's allergic to crab. And then they cut to a scene of Karen and Ray just doing dancing into a crab boil. I was like, yes, Karen, because why are you inviting me? Ew.
It was so funny what she said. The way she declined, she was just like,
no. Charisse, please. She's really trying hard to get back on the show. Please,
terrible
producers. Why do y'all keep bringing Charisse back?
Please, because
nobody asked.
The way she screams is horrible.
I know she's friends with Robyn and Jazelle, but we don't
she's
like
not needed.
Robyn and
she's not needed.
And no, stop it.
I really don't like it. But I really Ashley's at the top of my list of people that I need to just.
and just because we want her gone, she will be back next season. Now to just quickly overall the season and the reunions. The reunions, I don't know why it's 3 parts. This because they didn't need it.
It was long.
There's a 3rd part coming where we've kind of discussed some stuff that happened. They had the colorism conversation again. And I'm gonna say that Robyn saying that the colorism conversation makes her uncomfortable made me uncomfortable. It really pissed me off because I'm so sorry, but
why are you sorry?
No, because because you're lighter hue.
Okay, so
when light-skinned women tell me that this conversation pisses them off or makes them uncomfortable, bitch, how do you think it makes me feel?
Everybody's uncomfortable.
You didn't like Candace's comments, not even towards you, towards Jazelle. So a hit dog will holler. I'm just saying you felt something.
Cause it's if you don't relate, you don't relate. You know what I mean? They're talking about it. It's I can't relate. That's it.
And my thing with Candace is again, why are you trying to be this woman's friend again? There was a lot of sucking up and emotions and trying to fix it. And if for that, I'm sorry, girl. Robyn said she's done. Be done.
Here's my thing on the whole colorism situation in this show. I mean, it's here. Everybody can see it. The world can see it. I just need them to not address it anymore because they don't know how to address it.
They're not, and that's what Candace said. Because Karen said, "Oh, we're the best we're the best Housewives franchise to address it." And Candace Wendy said, "Actually, not because if you don't have the range to discuss it, we shouldn't be discussing it."
They don't look. They talked about it before. They tried to have somebody to come and moderate the conversation. They said no, because we can moderate the conversation ourselves. I don't even think they have the understanding of that it would require it. Not all of them, but some of them. I don't think they have the understanding that it would require to actually openly have this conversation in a vulnerable manner.
They don't.
And being like, you know what? Let's all listen to each other and listen to what you guys are saying.
And they have too much beef because they're gonna hurt each other.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not objective. You're not having an objective conversation.
This whole thing, to me, they should just drop the whole conversation, period. Because they're not going to solve it at all.
It's going to keep coming back up.
I mean, it's going to keep coming back up, but they're going to keep having the same things. So it's like, just drop the conversation already. It just doesn't make sense.
And we saw Chris come out and go back and forth a little bit with Jazelle. Chris is over it. Chris is over it. He does not want to discuss this again. There was a rumor about him cheating on his wife, and then the woman recanted, but then also recanted the lie. Robyn, you seemed very invested on whether those screenshots of Chris's penis were real. And I just feel like you should be more invested into Juan's penis. Like, I just feel like your questions should be more for Juan. Because you become a detective when it comes to the other women. But for Juan, he can just clear his phone. Every so often. Because he doesn't want clutter.
I am telling you, this woman is gonna make people pay again for everything. No, y'all think she's just because no. Let's actually face it. If you're dumb, you're not gonna put a paywall in front of the information.
How do you feel about Juan being the only husband not there to support his wife?
Listen. Do we really need to address this?
No.
Okay. No, because it's funny. It's like, why is he not here?
He got fired.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't really watched all seasons. I watched some of the reunions, and it seems like to be a question that comes out often. Why is he not here? Why is he not?
He may have come to one.
Does he even exist? Is he real at this point? No, because
girl, we were flabbergasted when we saw him on camera this season. Like, what? But and also, just real quick, Robyn. Every time you called him after you were crying, he embarrassed you. I'm glad after the third time you were like, let me not call Juan when I'm emotional on speakerphone, because
I'm just trying to say, baby girl, if what you're doing is actually doing this for money so that you could, make people pay for a subscription or something for them to have the information, then more power to you, because I refuse to believe that you're that dumb. That's me personally. And if you really are, then that's sad. That's it.
So again, I don't even recall what else happened in the reunions. Gordon's about to tell us something that may be important or not. They did a cliffhanger.
I guess we'll see.
The last part. What the hell that was. Other than that, Jazelle was crying. People were laughing.
Giselle was crying. People.
I'm just trying to remember if there was anything notable about the reunions, because I feel like it was so useless.
I feel like,
I don't. Who looked good? They all didn't look that great. Karen, I love her shortcut.
That's what I was gonna say. Her hair
looked really cute.
And even the color, because she did a different tone that she usually do. I was like, that's cute. It's cute.
Other than that, y'all all failed. What the fuck is Robyn wearing? Is it a pantsuit? Is it a dress?
You wanna know something? I always wondered if when you do this kind of reunion, and I'm talking about whether it's the Real Housewives, whether it's like Love and Hip Hop, or any of those things, do they have a stylist that does the show? They should get one.
Like that does for everybody?
For certain franchises, they should get one.
No, I said it looks a little coordinated.
No, because even when they do that pink situation at some point, I don't know which season it was, where they always dressed in pink. I was just like.
Well, Potomac
and the yellow,
and the yellow was so bad.
Yellow, and it was such a bright yellow too. It was just like,
except for Monique, she looked gorgeous. But Monique, it's hard to make her look ugly. But
my thing is, they really should get somebody.
I'm sorry, but the thing is, Potomac is known to be the least fashionable housewives franchise.
I really need to ask, where is Potomac?
DC.
Is it in DC? I'm gonna Google this. I need to know. I need to know because I was like, where the hell?
Well, while she's looking up where the hell Potomac is, it's time to talk about the villain of the season. And there's many people here that I'm looking at the list that could be the villain.
You know who is.
Well, for me, the villain. So, you want me to go first? Or
you could go because you already know who I'm gonna say.
Okay, so for me, the villain of the season is Robyn. The real villain is Ashley.
Thank you.
Ashley Darby.
No, thank you. No, thank you, because thank you.
Ashley, I ain't never getting a divorce, Darby.
No, thank you. I would say the villain of the season. Okay, okay, here's what I'm gonna say, because also this is just based on me watching this season fully and not all the previous seasons. Yeah. I'm gonna say the villain of this season is NECA. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they introduced a new character and immediately drama. So I'm like, they try to be like, oh, antagonist.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they try to do. But the real villain's Ashley. She needs to just, hey, just say, like Mia said, when they asked her, did you marry your man for money? She said, maybe. Then Ashley, just say that.
Maybe.
Just say that. That's all. And also stop creating drama. Ugh.
She lives for this and has nothing to show for it.
Oh my god.
Not even a bank account.
Okay.
Anyways. That's all we got for this week's episode of The Real Villain. You want to make sure to follow us and stuff. And the next thing that we'll do is probably part 3 of the reunion. Hopefully something happens.
And if not, I guess we'll see. We shall see.
But we have some other shows coming up, so stay tuned. I'm trying to get her to actually watch the show. She said she's gonna watch.
Wow. And also, here's the thing, guys. She's trying to make me watch Power.
I'm trying to make you
the whole entire thing.
But you see how much context you lack when you just watch reviews. It's like
true, but here's the thing: the whole entire Power. You know how many seasons that is? Okay.
That you don't. Because let her tell it. You know me. You know I just finished that in a day.
I do be watching shows fast.
And she do be.
But
she could buckle down and do it because I had to watch something recently that made my head hurt.
First of all, y'all need to watch the anyways. If y'all didn't watch the previous reviews that we did of other shows, definitely go watch those. Because they're pretty interesting. Especially the Love is Blind.
Even if you don't watch the show, just watch the review because we're funny.
That's what I was gonna say, we're pretty funny.
I think so.
We're pretty funny. So I mean people tell us that all the time. So.
And they don't be lying because
they really don't be lying.
Yeah. Alright guys. Bye.